I'm going to be coming to a city near you doing the ha-has and the yuck-yucks. Chris is going to come to some of them because I'm like, there's a skate park in Des Moines.
And I love Des Moines.
I think the biggest skate park in the world is in the country is in Des Moines. I'll be in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm coming to Philly on April 3rd. Philadelphia, where he's from, as you can tell by his personality and general vibe and shoulders.
I'm so proud of that.
And I'm going to be in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm going to be in all of the places. Alabama, look it up, WhitneyCummings.com, St. Louis. I know a lot of these off the top of my head.
Look at that.
Welcome to the show. I'm wearing a bodysuit that's not snapped. Because I refuse to snap it. Is this a vibe? This is just how we're doing it today. I don't know what to tell you.
Sure.
Look, I just look like a twee fencer, hipster fencer.
Playing flag football.
Like that is so upsetting. I just can't do it today. Welcome to the program, everybody. Today we have,
Nobody told you about all the oohies and all the boo-boos.
Dude, this chair is collusion. This is a saboteur of a chair. I am here with a legend, a brilliant athlete, a physical Adonis and God, Pat Fogarty. Welcome to the program. We also have my fiance, Chris Covercall, who is here today because, Pat, I've been a little stuck creatively, haven't I?
No.
Oh, never disagree with me.
I don't think so.
Okay. I think that the Epstein stuff is so all consuming, and I'm trying to do an episode that is not about Jeffrey Epstein and the new files that are, don't worry, check my TikTok. I'm not tapping out. All right. I just feel that it should only be consumed in like 60-second increments once a day instead of like a marathon of me talking about the trap door that goes to the ocean. So I have Chris Cole on the podcast today, and we're going to do like a speed round of questions from the internet. Just pause and be human beings this episode. Don't you think? You know what, Chris? I think now that we're engaged, we should get to know each other.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And by the internet, you mean the questions that I thought up while sitting over there.
Well, you know what? My plan was to get questions from like Instagram and stuff, but sometimes when I do that, people are like, "Oh, so we're writing your show for you?" It's like, yes.
No, I am.
So you're gonna ask some questions. Pat's gonna ask some questions.
But I had them in mind. I was like, what
would people want to know?
Yeah. I listened to this show.
Well, I
like this show.
Oh.
This is actually kind of a catch-22 for me because I'm not going to have this show to listen to because I was on it.
Aww.
So I'm going to know it.
Babe, but also you listening to this podcast as someone who is with me, sorry, I'm very progressive, as my partner, is kind of annoying because you don't talk to me a lot when we're together because you've already hung out with me for 2 hours.
That's why I do it. I like listening to your voice, and so I'll do it when I'm driving and I'm bored. Like I'm bored in the car and I want to like hang out with you. So I just listen to the show.
And listening to the
Pat's
podcast is the
funny.
same. It's the same.
Pat's so funny. I want to hang out with Pat too. So I'm like, this is cool. I'm like hanging out, and then I get up here and I've got nothing really to say.
And I'm like, can we like talk or catch up?
We just hung out for an hour.
He has no questions whatsoever.
Yeah.
And he will always go, I just listened to the podcast. Pat's hilarious.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so we're going to get to it. We're light. We're funny.
We are.
Just for today, there is no PDF file ring intact.
Yeah. Some of these are going to be real.
There are no criminals running free at the moment. We are not talking about his girlfriend who was the dentist who was pulling teeth on the island.
Ooh.
Go. We're going to just do questions. Okay. I've been getting some messages and comments that are like, let's do the Q&A episodes that we used to do back in the day. Q&A. What do you want to know about me? Okay. I'll answer anything.
Okay.
Except my body count. Chris, go.
Whitney Cummings, what are you scared of?
Ooh, that's a great question. Eye contact and monogamy.
Okay. Finish this.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. What am I scared of? Like, actually?
Yeah, what are you scared of?
Actually, it used to be eye contact. I've worked on it.
Okay. I need to do that.
Sorry?
I need to work on that.
You know, maybe. Yes and no. For me, my problem is that I didn't make eye contact and I didn't realize I was one of the people that looked at people's foreheads or the side of their eye. And I realized because men would always get self-conscious. I thought I was looking at them in the eye, but I was looking like here.
Right.
And they'd always be like, what? Like what? And so I had to practice. I worked with this woman to try to learn how to make eye contact. And
hey, we're not trying to be funny here.
she did also teach me how to inhale and exhale because I couldn't do that either. I held my breath like I was hiding as a childhood trauma response. And she like puts little weights on you and like teaches you how to breathe out of your stomach instead of out of your diaphragm because I kept getting infections in my chest called costochondritis.
That'll be $1 billion.
Yeah. Well, which turned into pleural-C, which people truly, last time they got it was like the Civil War. Like they're like, this isn't even something we see anymore. It's like a cartilage infection in your chest. And so I was like, oh no, I'll make eye contact. I thought one eye would go to one eye.
Oh no, you
Two
go
eyes.
back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then the person, if you stare, like right now, if I'm just staring loosely at like your mouth area,
Sure.
you think I'm looking at your eyes.
Actually,
but until I look at your eyes, and then you go, oh, he was just staring at my teeth that whole time. What's wrong with my teeth? So I have like, if I focus on somebody's something, I have to stay there.
Got it. Because then
Because they're gonna know once I move it.
Ooh, good hack. So does it feel like, does it look like I'm looking in your eyes right now?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was looking right at your nose.
I'm looking through your head.
I thought the right eye had to go to the right eye and the left eye had to go to the left eye. So I was.
So you're like,
I know.
like one of your eyes was turning in.
Totally. So then she was just like, you can pick two of your eyes can go to one of their eyes. So I do that.
I'm glad you paid somebody for that. Okay.
It was in cash and it was more of an emotional expense.
Yeah. I get it.
Oh, so what am I scared of? Like, actually, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, very few things scare me. Except like the deep ocean.
Right.
The ocean in general is kind of like, and by the way, I'm right. I'm not scared. I'm just correct.
Right.
This thing where people go out in the ocean is like the Alex Honnold thing. He has like an underactive amygdala or something and doesn't feel fear. Like, I'm happy for you guys. Don't you think, how do you identify a psychopath if you yawn and they don't yawn, right? Or
right.
Like, I think anyone who's just like, I'm going to go out into the ocean. I'm just like cave diving, like stuff like that. I'm
insane.
Like, oh, even watching it. There was on my Twitter feed, there was a guy going into a cave. Did you see this? And it was just his feet and it was like muddy.
No.
I'll have intrusive thoughts about something. Like I'll just go like, oh, the elevator is probably going to snap. I won't get scared. I'll just be, I'm like kind of resigned to it. Like when I have something scary happen to me, I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like if you're already in a place where you have low expectations for everything and you're ready to be disappointed and for everything, that when it happens, like until the time that I thought I was going to die when I fell off this fence onto this like concrete other sort of wall. I literally was like, I truly thought I was going to die. And I just went, of course I'd die like this. Like that was my thought.
Right.
And then I didn't die. And I was like, that was going to be my final thought. Like I roll like, of course I'm going to fall on a fence at a ranch trying to rescue a dog.
Yeah. I get that.
I'm not like, like I don't fight it.
I like almost went off a cliff on a motorcycle and I was like, really?
I'd like to hear the cliff side of the story.
Yeah, it was my fault. Okay, finish this sentence.
Oh boy.
If it were normal, I would.
Ooh, that's a great question. If it were normal, this is my problem. I don't even know what that means. I do things already I do it. I don't think there's anything I don't do because it's not normal. Like if it was normal, what would I do that I don't already do?
You'd have a horse in your house, like in the house.
Yeah, that's normal in my family though.
Right.
My aunt had horses in her house.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, I don't think that's not normal. I think it's weird when people don't have animals in their house. I think it's weird that I don't have a horse in my home currently.
Yeah.
I think it's weird and like self-deprivation and like self-sabotage, frankly.
Okay.
I think it's actually like ungrateful and sick.
Well, there are things that you can't do legally, right? Like,
Oh, how about this? Yes, I would have raccoons as pets. I would have crows.
There you go.
Yeah, in my car. I would take them with me, stuff like that. What's yours?
I guess I would sing in public more.
Yeah.
I think I would just walk around with my headphones and singing.
Yeah.
When you picture happiness, where are you in the picture?
In like location
You
wise?
picture happiness.
Yeah.
Where are you in the picture?
Virginia. Like
What's it look like?
a photo.
Describe it. What's it look like?
I'm with Pinto paint horses. I'm with Mustangs, like wild Mustangs, or abused racehorses that I've rescued, and Clydesdales that were pulling carriages, and I'm like building trust with them. I'm earning their trust. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you?
I pictured the same thing. I pictured your aunt's backyard looking at the hills.
You know what? I actually picture all the PDF files that are currently active. Can I say curb stomped?
I think, I don't think that would trigger anything. Not since the late 90s.
Yeah. I picture all of us taking a turn with, what are the things they use to get fish? And we each get to take a turn.
A gaff.
A gaff and stab them all.
Yeah.
Each one time. That's what I picture when I picture happiness.
Most memorable trapper keeper in the 80s.
Whoa! 80s. I don't know if it was then because I was
early 90s.
Born in 82. It was the Lisa Frank, the Dolphins that made a heart. Honorable mention, the cowgirl, which is the exact thing I described, which is her and the paint horse with the cowgirl hat. Honorable mention, the Huskies and the Penguins.
Okay.
And the pig with the crystal ball. That's a hard one to find. Yes, I have it.
There were some, I don't recall the name of it, but there were some sport ones, and there was like a skateboard guy, and it was like fisheye drawing straight in the front of the board. That would be mine.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what? My favorite garment back then was this shirt that said "Shark Attack," and it had blood and like rips on the rib cage. It just said "Shark Attack." It was so sick, dude.
Also, dude, do you remember Trapper Keepers used to have like just geometric patterns? It was just like a ball that looked like it was like almost like lacquer silver, you know, or something. And then it would have like the depth of field, like the infinity mirror. And you're like, the people that made our binders were on mushrooms.
Straight up.
You're like, this is like, as a kid, you're like, whoa, like the world's infinite. We're in a different timeline. Like, how is this helpful?
If you could get serious for a minute and give the world lovingly advice, what would it be?
No, thank you. Get a prenup.
I knew I wouldn't get anything out of that. I tried. Hey, everybody that like wants it, I tried.
I feel like I do this all the time. I feel like I do it too much.
Never.
I feel like I'm way too sincere on this show. No?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, look, the problem is that all of the loving advice I think is a sham. Like, it's like, here's what you would expect. Love yourself. Not if you're a monster. I think people love themselves too much these days. I think people are just be gentle on yourself. I think everyone should be a little harder on themselves, in fact.
Okay, but you're only talking to the people that aren't hate watching the show.
Yeah, but it's YouTube.
What embarrassing moments still haunt you?
Oh my God.
Like, what's the one?
Well, when we kissed for the first time and you used your teeth, that was pretty bad.
You bonked your teeth against my teeth.
I did not bonk my teeth. He believes that the first time we made out, which is, by the way, I was in the driver's seat of my car.
I'm sure it was my fault.
And you reached in like a dyslexic Chick-fil-A guy. Wrong way.
I was like, my pleasure.
He like can't, I was in the car, turned this way, and I was like, huh? And then
it wasn't like that.
I think it was.
It was wanted.
Dude,
it was wanted and warranted.
Of course. Well, I had left the party and you told me to come back. So I was ready to go home. It was like, that is the noise that it made.
I heard it from the inside of my ears.
I felt it down my spine. It was like, truly, we slammed teeth so hard.
I thought I was losing one. I was like, hold them together.
I was like, I've never heard that sound before. I mean, I was like, is that his knee?
It was a bad time for me to have done that.
When you're dating a professional athlete, every time you hear a sound, you're like, was that a shoulder? Was that a knee? Like, where did that come from? Is there any cartilage left in his body? It continues to embarrass me with you, which I actually think is really sweet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I do have such horse buck teeth. Like, I identify as a horse. And
I didn't expect it.
It's a big insecurity that I have.
I didn't expect your mouth to be so big.
But we both have such stupid big lips, too, that it felt like
it's insane that it happened at all. It's insane.
Like, we were both like we had...
It was a judgment issue.
I think it was like an angle issue or something.
Sure.
We were just so excited. I think we were just
excitement issue. It was an adrenaline issue.
Basically, like, headbutted each other. That haunts me. When I first moved to LA, I was feral. I still
believe it.
Probably am a little bit. And when I would meet people that were successful, it was before like podcasts where you could get so much information from successful people and advice and wisdom and stuff like that. So I didn't understand like how money worked. And I was on TV but broke, and I didn't know that was a thing. I just thought if your head was ever in the box that is the television, you had $100 million.
Everybody still thinks that out there. Everybody still thinks that you have money if you are known.
Yeah.
And it's actually
famous and broke
dude, famous and broke is a new level of nightmare. Like, think about the like Irma Gerd girl, like a meme person who goes everywhere. They work at a tire shop, and everybody that comes in goes, "Oh my God, you're Irma Gerd Burks."
Yeah, but one girl did sue. I think it was the girl at Wendy's where she was like this, and the meme was ubiquitous. I think she maybe sued Instagram or something and was able to get some money off of it. But like those they're not even entering Hollywood though. That's internet famous. I think people know that that's kind of like, yeah, you work at Jiffy Lube. But like this was like, I was on MTV, and like on Punk'd and, stuff like that, and broke. And so I was just so confused. I was like, is everyone? So I remember one time I met Sam Jackson. I would just ask them how much money they had. Like, I was like, how much money do you have? And I didn't realize like asking someone about money is more taboo than sex. That's the most taboo thing you can ask people.
But that comes from the top down.
Yeah.
The taboo nature. It's like, oh, you don't ask somebody about how much money they make that we cannot pay people the same amount that do the same job. Don't you talk about that with other people?
But when you're broke and don't know how to get out of it, like, because then there was California taxes, which I had never experienced before. So I would make $400 a week, and then they would withhold $100, and I was just like, and then there was sales tax and stuff. So I would just ask people, like, I would just be like, so do you pay California taxes? Like, do you have to? Like, do you live here? Like, you live
somewhere else, right?
Hank Azaria, Sam Jackson. There's like a bunch of like celebrities that I was like, they don't care about me. What am I going to be friends with them? But they don't want to hear from me. So I would just be like, how much money do you have? Is this normal? Like, and I just cringe at how naive and, just because I asked Hank Azaria, because, he was on The Simpsons. And he had points on The Simpsons, and you don't know how this business works unless someone tells you. Like,
points is like stock for those.
Yeah, it's like the back end of a TV show. Because I was like, hold on, I was on a TV show, but I wasn't making any money. But if you have points on it, so I was just trying not to. I was just getting screwed over and screwed over and screwed over. And these agents and managers, they make a bunch of money off you if you don't know how it works. That's how they make money. So they'll keep all the points for themselves unless you say, how come I'm not getting points on this? Shouldn't I have more points on this? So I would just I was like, how many points do you have on The Simpsons? And what did that translate to? How much money did you make in points? Was like that more than you made of your fee? Did you negotiate it? Like, I was just ask these very successful people. Honestly, I think it
smart.
For some of them, it was a little bit like refreshing.
Yeah, I bet.
Because I think usually people are, just trying to get pictures or whatever. But Sam Jackson, I do remember, and this is like kills me. Oh God. He said, I was like, so how much are you like worth? Because it's so bad. Or like, how much money do you have? And he was like, liquid, and I didn't even know what that meant. And I was like, yeah. Because I had no money, and I just was trying to figure out if that was normal. And he said how much he had, and I was like, huh, like that seemed like a very low amount for Sam Jackson. And then he was like, Well, no, but I have been in my house and I have a boat. Like then he kind of like started to.
Right.
I looked like unimpressed, I guess, but I was just confused. And then he started being like, "Well, I have this and this and this, and I have an ex-wife." And then he started. I was like, "No, please, like,
No, please.
I think about that moment where he then qualified it to explain
Right.
because I looked underwhelmed. You know those places that just have it together when you check out, coffee shops, nail salons, little boutiques where you go in and you just tap your card like you're Chris Angel, done in 2 seconds, you're in and out, no small talk with the weirdos in line. 9 times out of 10, they are using Cash App, aka Kashape. I love it. It's not just an easy way to send money to friends. It is also how I pay to tons of spots. I'm ready to go. I track what I'm spending and I talk like this. I keep everything in one place instead of digging through a million apps. Cash App released a new status program for the way people actually spend called it Cash App Green. It unlocks new ways for you to pay. It gets rewarded and easily grow and manage your money on your terms, not anyone else's terms. They create space. Is that what they're saying now? Space. When you spend at least $500 a month with a Cash App card, or Cash App Pay, you earn green status, which unlocks the benefits like up to $200 of free overdraft coverage, higher borrowing limits, and custom personalized cashback offers every day at places that you love to shop. Turn every day into spending into status with Kashape Green, aka Cash App Green. Download Cash App today or visit cashapp.com/new to learn more about this and other great features launching now for a limited time. Excuse me, I have to swallow at some point, Cash App. Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use the code Cash App 10 in their profile at sign up. Spend $5. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days. If you don't have a friend, go buy one with Cash App. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App Bank Partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Green, overdraft coverage, borrow Cash App back. Offers and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit Cash App to visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. You guys, a new season. It is the perfect time to refresh your routine and give your skin some actual attention. I've been using the iRestore Illumina Face Mask. I use it on my face. I put it on my décolleté. It's become like I'm not going into town, getting my blood taken and putting back on my skin. I'm not doing any of these scams. I'm done with the scams. Okay? I'm done having you take my blood and turn it into jerky or grape soda or whatever's going on out there. All right? It's me and my mask and ball. I put this mask on at night, just when I'm like scrolling, answering emails, when I'm working. I always got my red light mask on. It's lightweight, it's comfortable, it's cordless. I have been mistaken for a robot a couple times recently, and I've never felt better. So thank you. In 10 minutes, I feel like I've actually done something good for my skin without adding another 10 products and just like goop and sludge. Illumina is an at-home treatment with 360 medical-grade LEDs that use red, infrared, and blue light to target fine lines, breakouts, sun damage, and inflammation. No complicated routine required. And skincare does not have to stop at your face. They also have an Illumina neck and chest mask with 230 medical-grade LEDs to smooth, firm, and brighten those areas that we always forget about. Both masks are breathable. You can breathe in them. That is a very good selling point. I'm glad they added the breathe feature. Easy to wear, and you can use all 3 light modes at the same time. So you're hitting multiple concerns with one quick session, which is 10-minute sessions 3 to 5 times per week. You'll start seeing brighter, healthier looking skin. The perfect way to step into the new year with a natural glow. Give your skin the love it deserves this season. Right now, the iRestore is running their spring savings with code Whitney at iRestore.com. You can unlock your exclusive discount for the Illumina Face Mask. iRestore.com, promo code Whitney. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Start the year feeling refreshed, confident, and glowing. Don't be a dummy. You guys, it's that time of year when it's dark by dinner time. Everybody's feral. Everybody's hungry. The last thing I want to do is stress out about what to cook. Home Chef has been my go-to for getting real food on the table to Chris without losing my mind. They send fresh, pre-portioned ingredients right to your door with easy recipes that do not need a culinary degree to pull the meals off. Okay, this is what Chris recently ordered. Sheet pan sweet and salty wonton chicken, A+. 1 pan roasted red pepper and sausage. Whoa, pasta. Thai coconut turkey rice bowl.
I'm very excited for that.
Wow. That's coming Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very excited.
Home Chef is rated number one by users of other meal kits for quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. They worked with chefs like Gordon Ramsay, and now they're partnering with Giada De Laurentiis. Giada De Laurentiis? I know this name. Giada De Laurentiis. To bring restaurant quality recipes straight to your kitchen, you'll find these chef-inspired recipes across Home Chef, the culinary collection, the classic meal kits, the express options, whether you want a 30-minute dinner, an oven-ready tray, or a quick microwave lunch, or some treats and rations, and some doodads and bits and bonbons. They even have a dedicated family member for easy 4 or 6 serving dinners. Okay, some people have families. LOL. Got it. Over 30 meal options each week, choices for different diets and tastes, and Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries for a limited time. Home Chef is offering my listeners 50% off. That's half. And free shipping for your first box plus free dessert for life. Go to homechef.com/Whitney. That's homechef.com/Whitney for 50% off your first box and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/Whitney. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert.
I tell people who say, I love her, that they only know 10% of why they should. Only 10% of how amazing you are. What don't you share with them that you think I'm speaking of?
Whoa. Babe.
It's true.
When you say you don't know her, all the I keep it a secret that I'm nice. Everyone's like, you're the nicest. I'm like, don't tell anyone about that.
I'm tough.
God forbid I be beloved.
I'm tough.
I think you're talking about my pathological caretaking. No, I think you're talking about like I really do get off on, not in a maternal way, but in like more of a service way. Doing little things like my dream is to be Santa Claus. That was my dream.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be Santa Claus. And it's like a little gift or a little this or a little, vintage Eagles plate or what. Like if I see something that reminds me of you that I know would make you like happy, I get it for you and like hide it somewhere.
But you do that for everybody.
That's true.
Not just me.
That's true. I am broke.
Okay.
Little things like that maybe. Oh, and then I think you also might be talking about my relationship with birds and animals and stuff that I've never met. But I'm like, stop the car.
Oh.
We need to feed the crow.
Yeah, it's like, no, pull it over right now. I'm like, I'm going to get us hit by another car.
Don't care.
And it's just like, but they need to know my face.
But
the crows need to know my face. They remember people's faces. And then you'll go, did you know this about crows? And then it's like something I actually didn't even know. It's like I know I know so much about crows. And it's like, those are crows. Those are ravens. Here's why they're different.
Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, if I see a crow that I've been feeding and I drive by, I can't imagine seeing your friend and driving by and not saying hi. It's like, to me, I'm generally like, stop by. I just need him to, or I haven't seen this particular raven in a couple weeks and I need him to re-update his software on my face so he knows I'm consistent and I didn't abandon him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have to find food in my car, like wherever it is.
Oh, in Henry's hand.
Yeah. I pull food out of my son's mouth to give it to crows.
Opening up a lunch box, like a tin one, like bang, like shaking it out. Okay. Jellies, platform flip-flops, Keds. Which is best?
Whoa. Platforms, jellies. Okay, jellies depends on the quality of the jelly. So now they're
OG jellies. We
used to get OG jellies that were like in a Cracker Jack box, and they would, after wearing them for 20 minutes at a Paula Abdul concert, you were an amputee. Had one less toe. They were like just made of barbed wire. It was wild.
Yeah, you slide through them like
totally.
like Senator Kelly from X-Men turning into water.
So there's newer ones that are like nicer, but they're heavier is the problem. The nicer ones are heavier, and then you're like clop.
Okay.
And you can't sneak up on people. You can't like steal someone's identity.
Right. They make a lot of noise.
Did you say high heel flip flop?
Yeah, platform flip flop.
Platform flip flop. If it's arched, you really can't beat it. If it's flat, you're slapping. No bueno. And you can. I remember there was a.
Sound like you're walking in flippers. Whack, 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 whack.
There was a Steve Madden platform flip-flop that was more like a geisha type style, right?
Yeah, block.
And we would walk down the hallway and your ankle would roll, hit the ground, and then you would pop back up and just keep walking. It was just like, up, up, up.
Yeah.
But then Steve
Foot
Madden
touched linoleum.
Did he go to jail? He figured it out, it seemed like, in jail. When he got out of jail, it was one that like hugged your whole foot. It was like an ace bandage that just hugged your whole foot, and it would just stay with you. And I lived in them.
Nice.
Junior and senior year of high school. Keds are adorable though, and I wish I had rocked Keds harder. Looking back, I didn't really give them a chance.
I think they were kind of pointy though for the time.
I have big feet, so a size 10 and a white Ked is like make a wish.
You look like a kicker.
Yeah.
Right, you're about to kick a field goal.
You just look like Art Monk practicing in the 70s.
Okay, finish this one. Being a mom, I found I love.
Kids. Getting older, which is so weird.
Okay.
And trains. Trains are incredible.
Trains are sick.
I think there's lots of things that I was like, oh, that's a guy thing. Or, I used to be obsessed with the podcast, How Stuff Works. And they have a book and that kind of stuff. And I would listen to it and be like, I have to learn this. Like, how does a plane engine work? Because I can't be on a plane and not know how I'm moving. Like, I need to know how this is working, right? And I think I always felt like it was boring and obligatory. And you introducing me to Airplane Facts with Max, but also learning about it with my son and him just being like, this engine works how? And I'm like, it's just an engine, who cares? And then I'm like, wait, that's how an engine works? That's insane. Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah. It's finding out the like inner workings of things that you see around is so all of it is fascinating. Every single one's fascinating.
My new obsession is bridges, because I'm like, hold on, they did this before email?
How did they do that?
They did it before email. You know that most bridges have like lots of bodies in them. I'm like, how many bodies are in this bridge? How many? And if this
I did know that because of Saturday Night Fever. They talk about that. About the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They talk about that.
So things like that, where I'm like, how does a bridge stay up? And after building all these little train sets and stuff and being intimately acquainted with physics, I mean, like, that should just stay. And I'm like, like, I'm obsessed.
An engineer now.
Yes.
Now that I'm an engineer.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. Being a mom has changed how I view my childhood in this way.
Ooh, such a good question. I did die when I was a year old. Fine. Water under the bridge. I think that my childhood was punctuated by so much like rigmarole, for lack of a better word. Like, I took a pill I know when I was a year old and almost died. And you think like, oh, there was so much negligence, and there was, and fine. And that's all. But when you have a kid, you're like, they were there sometime. Like, they were there. And
totally.
You know what I mean? And a lot of mistakes were made, not condoning any of it. And there's a lot of things that I wish hadn't happened. But I look at it as like a lot of the adversity that was there was good, maybe. Doesn't mean I'm going to actively inflict adversity on him,
right.
But I'm glad I was a little neglected because I became very self-generating and self-reliant, and I actually like that about myself. And I have like a very rich inner world in life, and like I can entertain myself, and I'm really good at being alone. And a lot of people, I smother my son. He's never alone, and he will not have this, unfortunately, but like, I see a lot of people that get in relationships just because they can't be alone, or they settle because they can't be alone, or they are friends with toxic people because they can't be alone. I don't have any problems that result from an inability to be alone. And I'm grateful for that.
Nice.
Is this called Stockholm Syndrome?
Coping.
I also didn't have a lot of toys, but I had horse toys, and I'm grateful for that because I look at the way that Henry, like, he loves trains, and I'm just like, he's so into that. I'm so grateful that I had a lot of My Little Ponies. I didn't have Barbies. I don't remember Barbies. I remember putting some in the oven and like a fire, like lighting their hair on fire and stuff. But I feel like that was at like friends' houses. I didn't.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, my parents didn't give me Barbies, and I feel kind of lucky.
That friend is.
I love Barbie now as an adult, and like love the movie, but I wasn't into like skinny dolls and Ken marrying. I was like horse girl.
Skinny
Rainbow
horses.
Bright though. I had Rainbow Bright. I'm grateful for like the
Rainbow Bright was real sick.
Dude, I'm grateful for whatever they exposed me to in terms of the toys I had. I never thought about that until having Henry, where I go like, oh yeah, he's obsessed with trains. I haven't given him He-Man. I haven't given him things that make him think he has to be like strong or like have abs.
It clearly doesn't translate though. It's like that's not how that works.
As soon as I got a Barbie, I was like, my thighs can't touch. I'm glad I didn't get that thing a second sooner.
But yeah, as a dude, it's just like sick.
Yeah.
They're warriors. Memorable fan moment.
I have so many.
Yeah, so which was the first one that came to mind?
Many. The first one is when I didn't even know anyone knew me. I've been doing Chelsea lately. And I was doing the Chicago Zanies, which is right next to the Second City. And I went to get sushi next door right before. I was like, it was one of my first like headlining gigs. And I went and get sushi and I sit down and I look over and this girl's like, oh my God. And she's like freaking out. And I was like, what? Like it was like kind of one of the first times
Snake.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
And she's like, oh my God, I'm coming to see you. And I was like, oh, cool, thanks. And I just was like, let's be friends. Like it didn't occur.
You still do that?
Yeah. The idea of like, oh, you're a fan of mine. Like I'm in a snow globe and you can watch from out there and I'm in a zoo. It's just odd. I'm like, oh, if you think I'm funny, like let's be friends.
Yeah.
We probably get along better than most of my friends I've known for 15 years, you know, because we both find the same things. So we just like she's like, are you sure? Whatever. I was like, yeah, let's just like have dinner together. Like we became friends, still friends. She has a husband. It was the day that I realized that, or I just look back at it as going like, you know how I think people are celebrities who can just who just have information. If you have a piece of information that blows my mind, will you sign this photo of yourself so I can hang it? Like, I can't believe I know you. I get so starstruck. Her guy locates pipes in the ground that we don't know where they are. So pipes that were built in the early 1900s, water pipes, gas pipes, they just put them down there, buried them, and we're like, someone else is going to have to deal with this. Now they're exploding and we can't find them. We don't know where they are. So it's like, that's why in New York, they just wait for them to explode. But he does, his company does like GPS tracking so that when you lay a new pipe, you know exactly where it is so that you can go like do work on it and stuff. And he was just explaining the topography of like building pipes. And I was just like, I'm on the edge of my seat. Tell me everything. Yeah. So every fan experience that I had that's like super memorable is like, oh, you changed my life. And I mean, I ask him all the time. I'm like, dude, what's up with this pipe? Like, there's this pipe? How deep is this pipe? Like, I just am
sending photos of like random pipes.
Dude, it is if you looked at it, you would go, this is a code. Like the way that you look like Epstein jerky, you go like, this is not about pipes. I'm like, it's actually about pipes.
Right.
They're like, well, this must be a metaphor. This is like a code word for something else because who would talk about pipes this much? I'm like, so in Florida, it's limestone. So are the pipes deeper? Are they higher? Like, I need to know where all the pipes are.
Yeah.
What
you're really asking
what
like
level of autism
consent
this
age
is.
or something.
Yeah.
Ninth step, your 20-year-old self. Ninth step is making amends to reach out as long as it doesn't harm the other person.
Or yourself. What apology am I going to make to my 20-year-old self?
Yeah.
I am sorry. I only fed you a Lestra fat-free potato chips, which had a warning saying it prohibits vitamin D absorption and causes extreme diarrhea, allegedly. I am sorry that I allowed you to shoplift turkey jerky. No relation. From Pink Dot and exclusively fed you that ketchup, Swiss Miss hot chocolate. I am sorry that I led you to believe that you were hooking up with Gavin DeGraw because it was his brother. I am.
I don't know who that is either.
Yes, you do. I have so many apologies for this girl. I am sorry. That I made you think being a female comedian was a viable career mentally and that you would ever survive it.
Dream job, non-famous job.
Naming lipstick and nail polish colors. Easy.
Sick.
Easy.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And my final question is, how many Dropbox conversations have you and Pat had in reality? How many? Like, give me a real number.
My thing with the Dropbox is I am so ready for it to fail that I cut my losses and immediately just go, it's not opening. The resolution's low. I won't wait for it to like sign in and upload. I've just decided that it doesn't work because I'd rather spend 30 minutes being wrong than wait 10 seconds for it to just open. And that's my choice, my body, my choice. Because I'll just go to the thing and it'll say, sign in. And I'll just go like, that's not signed in. And this is broken. And then it'll, like yesterday, you sent me a Dropbox. And then it started load and I was able to sign in and get to it. But I'm unwilling to go into those woods alone.
Right.
I will look for a book in a library for 3.5 hours. No problem. No complaints. Fine with it. I'll look for my phone for hours, don't care. But when Dropbox I feel like my life is being stolen. I feel like I'm being robbed of my life. Cause also you know that I don't need you. Like I could just get this texted. You're not necessary and you are acting it's like an egomaniacal.
Yeah.
It's like when you wait in line to go to a club you don't even want to go to. And the bouncer's like, hold on. I'm like, I don't want to be here.
Right.
I don't even want to come here. I'm just sad.
Yeah.
There's nothing good in there anyway.
Yeah.
You're making, and it's also, I think maybe other people, it's me. You're making me wait for me. It's a video of me. Like, I don't like waiting for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, there's not even a worthwhile thing on the other side of this.
Right. It's a social media post that I have to approve.
I don't even like that. I'm not, you know what I mean? To wait and then it be me being like, hey guys, I'm just like, oh God. I just, had to sit there with my own thoughts for 30 seconds to then have that be like, it's not even like opening a present. Like if Pat was just like, check out this Dropbox. And I'm like, oh my God, what is it? What is it? And then it's like some funny video. It's not.
Yeah.
It's just like me being like Shirley Temple. I'm like, okay.
You being a caricature of yourself on the other side.
I feel like this has been illuminating. Pat, do you have any questions for me? Because I am sick of myself. Oh.
Just one. Where do you get off?
I have one for you, Pat. How dare you?
Yeah.
How very dare you?
How long can you hold your breath?
Dude, you know what? I don't think that's one of my skills. I was reading something about how Kate Winslet in Titanic held her breath for like 7 minutes or something.
What?
I don't have any cartilage in my sternum.
Have you ever, I shouldn't say have you ever. When's the last time you were in a situation and you thought you might not make it out alive?
Oh, that's such a good question.
That's all my days.
Every day when I try to get out of bed.
Every day.
That's a really interesting question. The last time I thought I wasn't childbirth, which is maybe normal, right?
Yeah.
The one time I put half of my foot on a skateboard, I was like, there's no way I'm going to survive this.
Yeah, I was right there. I was like, you wouldn't have survived. I held every bit of your body weight. Your feet went.
Skateboards are, I've never been so wrong about what was going to happen.
Yeah. Your head would have hit the ground like a bat. Like your feet went in a way that they were going up to the pine tree.
But I've rollerbladed. I'm actually good. I've roller skated. I know how gravity, like I have a good,
totally.
Skateboards are on a different
There are two different people.
Is it called
there's
torque?
there's the go this way people and the go that way people. If you can roller skate and you can rollerblade and stuff, that's that way people. And if you skateboard and snowboard, you're that way people.
I'm not a that way people.
Yeah, this way people is like it's a different deal. Totally.
Yeah, because I get on a skateboard, I'm like, we're going the wrong way.
Or you try to turn to look at where you're going, and now your balance is
No,
gonna be all
well, because
jacked.
also you and I, it's like when we get off the freeway, I'm like, that's not the right exit. You're a this way person on the freeway. I'm a that way. I'm like, it's over there.
Right.
The house is over there. And he's like, yeah, but it's shorter this way. I'm like, there's no way going right is going to get you left faster.
Oh, yeah.
It just doesn't compute.
Yeah.
Just go the direction it is.
Right. When was the last time you rollerbladed?
Oh, gosh. You know what's interesting? This is actually collusion. During the pandemic, when I was like, oh, we're all retired and like, we're not real. I ordered rollerblades twice and they canceled on Amazon and never came. I'm like, do they not make rollerblades anymore? Because I wanted to start rollerblading around my neighborhood. I probably haven't rollerbladed
Fake company for sure.
Since Philly.
That's like one of those companies that sends TVs to like random places.
You
so
could
they can
find
look
someone
like
to
they're doing
charge
stuff.
me for rollerblades. Like I paid it and everything. And then they were like, order canceled. Blah, blah, blah. I spent
Any
time on it.
rollerblade companies out there listening to this?
I went out of my way to get to have the, the ones that go, and then click.
Yeah.
I was so good at rollerblading when I was in Philly. I would go up and down the Schuylkill River with my note cards, with my Eve CD in my Walkman. And one time I fell in a way that was
Tell them about it, babe.
astounding. It was the whole side of my leg, shin, all the way up to my thigh. I was skinned alive. When I tell you, it was just flesh.
Barf.
And I decided that, you know what? No one stops this guy. Okay. I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I put on a pair of diesel jeans that I borrowed from somebody, went out to, I believe it was Bar Noir, perhaps, in Philly at the time, which was like a sweat box. And it would just play like 90s hip hop.
Yeah.
4 a.m, I fall asleep in the jeans. I'm just like, I'll just pass out. The next morning, I cannot get the jeans off. They have congealed. They have, the scab has coagulated with the denim.
Yeah, totally.
And the scab and the denim are one.
Yeah, cotton leg.
I'm a denim person now. I'm denim.
Totally.
And I had to cut the jeans off and keep the denim lightning bolt down my thigh.
Yeah.
For like a couple weeks.
Yeah, because it's
have
part
to
of you
pull
at
it
that
out,
point. Like you see it, it's like fuzzy denim scab. That's every skate life. Also getting off of the sheets, the bed sheets.
Oh my God.
It's sticky.
Traumatic. Love you guys. Don't ride elephants. Thanks.